Hello and welcome everybody. I am standing next to the new beast, the KTM Super Duke 1390. More powerful, faster and more brutal for 2024. Stay tuned. If you've ever been to the Red Bull Ring and seen the bull there, you know where Kiska, KTM's design department, drew inspiration from for the new Duke 1390, with its dual LED strip headlight with two Cyclops-like eyes. Even more radical, aggressive and brutal, but it has also made steps forward in its electronics department. The engine delivers 190 horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. Those who have ridden it in the past know how much torque it had. Now just imagine this one. Alright, let me ask for an interview with the technical father of the Super Duke 1390, Georg, responsible for the 1390. So we gained 100cc. What else? What else is new? Yes, we gained 100cc more thanks to an increase in piston diameter from 107 to 110 millimeters. The stroke remained the same. New is the camshaft actuator, so a dual overhead cam profile, which allows for more power at high RPM and more smoothness at low RPM. The cam shift profile at 6,500 RPM. In the seat, you notice the change thanks to the additional air that's being sucked into the engine. The intake is located not only in the headlight, but also on the lateral panels of the bike. Because of a modification to the throttle body, we modified the airbox. We now have a throttle valve diameter of 60 millimeters compared to 56 millimeters in the past, and we lowered it, so we were able to create more gasoline volume. The tank now has an increased capacity of about 1 liter. From a technological point of view, the previous model was already top-notch. The front brakes are still the Brembo Stellamma brakes, as also on a previous model. The master cylinder, however, has changed. Now it features the MCS, which provides more brake adjustability to the customer. The bike offers several riding modes: rain, street, sport, track and performance. And because of the absurd power of this bike, rain mode restricts the horsepower and torque in any gear. In street mode, only first and second gear are restricted, and in all the other modes you have access to all the torque and all the power of the bikes in any gear. The bike weighs about the same despite the bigger engine. Thanks to the new headlights, you have a diffused light in corners that greatly increases visibility at night. The suspension on both the R and the Evo has been improved. It has better sensors, including more accurate sensors on the shock that allow the bike to adjust its settings faster. This is a big step forward. Thanks to the sensors, the bike analyzes the road imperfections that hit the front wheel and automatically adjusts the damping of the shock. The winglets that you see are not there for aesthetic reasons. At 260 km an hour, they generate approximately 3 kilograms of downforce. Hannes is the rider who puts all the Dukes to the test. The 1290 was already no joke with its power. The 1390, on the other hand, is even more powerful. Do you happen to turn off all rider aids, or have you gotten to the point where you keep a few turned on? Sometimes I turn off all systems and enjoy the bike. At other times, when I ride it on the road, I ride it with Supermoto ABS and active traction control, which is so customizable that I don't have to turn it off. Each year we do about 10 days of testing on the track and another 50 testing days where we try this bike on the street. Both are important places for the development of the bike, but especially the street gives us very useful results as the bike is mostly used there. Some elements such as traction control, chassis rigidity and more, however, can only be tested on track. If I had to choose between the R and the Evo, I would probably choose the Evo because it offers greater customization. Now let's also talk to the designer, Christoph. Finally, the Super Duke looks its part. It has a more than radical design, and many have expressed their criticism. What do you think about that? Yes, I agree. Finally, also the appearance is as radical as its riding. Certainly, there are those who don't buy it based on the aesthetics, but that is part of our job. Next year is the 30th anniversary of the Duke, so there will be some changes also in the color schemes, right? Yes, They were inspired by the old Duke and really beautiful, although I'm not sure if you can really see it on camera. If you look closely, you can see that the sharp edges form an R. Was that a coincidence? At the beginning, I said you drew inspiration from the bull in the Red Bull Ring. Was that rubbish or is it right? I wouldn't say rubbish. In the first place, it's about designing a high-performance and eye-catching bike. The animal associations are actually not intentional. Everyone sees something else in this bike. We mainly emphasize radicality in our design. Thank you very much for everything, Christoph, for giving me the opportunity to come here. You also work for others, not only for KTM, and you always follow the approach that the product should evoke great emotions in the customer. Let me know if in your opinion it deserves to be called the Beast. Let me also know in the comments if you prefer the old one or this one. I thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye and see you next time.